Hello, hello. How are we doing today? 1 second, let me get chat on my phone and then we can begin. I'm still waiting to take on all comers of the my friend. Yep. Well, today we have the Doctas. Laser, like, super battleship. So that thing's gonna be insane. Shipyards here. They called us children. Yeetus deletus. That's a really good one. That's good. That's good. All right, there we go. Got chat up. Nope, it's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Expecto Patronus. Despacito. Netter, yep. It's gonna be a big old problem. May actually add that to downloaded, but didn't add it to my files. Yeah, it is. It's pretty crazy how the graphics have been updated. Takes a little bit to get used to it, but oh, rebuilding your fleet. Is that completely from the ground up or just a bunch of refits? I'm assuming from the ground up, but what am I even doing? There we go. You do hear City Skylines soundtrack. We got pillars now. From the ground up, my computer allows me to do it all. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Henry restarted everything yesterday. Yeah, rebuilding the fleet can be annoying, but it's also nice to get a fresh start. Because you can take everything you've learned from the past and do it that much better. Okay, that should be all the builds for now. Start off with the 4 million resource battleship. Holy crap. I started my starter ships, the Ironclads. Ooh, very nice. Holy crap. It even has like little hovercraft or helicopters too. Okay, let's see if we can fix the slideshow. Okay, fixes it kind of. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, 4.8. Let's see how we can delete stuff. We'll start with a little Bastion, because I don't want it to lag too bad. I do want it to die. Holy crap, the amount of AI on that thing. Like, just this one ship and all its little baby ships coming off of it. Just gonna melt through stuff. Okay, we're gonna pause it here. We're gonna look at this rainbow. Look at this beautiful rainbow. And oh, look at even like, look at that. Even does a little light show when it's frozen. Henry, there's 2 of you? Yeah, there are 2 Henrys. One with the OSHA and one with OSHA. Why are there 2 of you? That's how you do it, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit of a slideshow. It's actually not too bad compared to other ships. And those are all packs, right? Yeah, those are packs, okay. This poor thing. Okay, let's see. Let's just go for the whole 9. Did it even? Okay, it did. Yeah, it's the PowerPoint preview. It's actually 2019. Yeah, how many blocks is that? I need to go over there and look at it, but yeah, we're at I believe it was like 4.8 million RP. There we go. Thank you. A 100,000 blocks. That's just what you do. That's what you do. All right, Henry, see you later. Thanks for coming by. Some of them seem to be packs. Are you sure there are no tracer rounds among them? I don't think so. I don't know, Doctor, are there any tracer rounds on this battleship? I do not believe so. I like the little helicopters. They have simple lasers on them. And the poor bulwark can't hit them. Even I don't even know if it's aiming for him. Oh no, you hit that one. Jeez, you're doing it all wrong. Yeah, the bulwark's having a little bit of trouble over there. Now I'm building the dropship for my ironclads. Oh. You're gonna have a ship fly in your... You're gonna have an airship fly in your ships and have them dropped in. Yeah, there's a lot of PPs over here. Rainbow of Death. Taste the rainbow. Still can't believe this thing's 100,000 blocks. Hold on while the lag kills us just a little bit, just a little bit. .8 million RP, that's still insane. Still surprised the computer hasn't fallen over yet. It's probably getting there. Lasers and packs, especially packs, really aren't nearly as complicated as the advanced cannons. There's like way less components. And especially once you get to like the actual firing bit, like the combiner for lasers. Because I would say advanced cannons can get a lot more complicated because you have like different shells you can use, different shell speeds, cooldown times. Like there's a lot more that plays into it than looks like the bulwark just hit the bottom of the ocean. But yeah, there's a lot more that plays into it than just like the firing piece itself, like with the LAM system, or not LAM, the laser system. It's a lot simpler. That is once you get like the laser creation down. What is this stream? It's a showing off the massive rainbow battleship. That's 100k blocks. I'd be willing to face this craft with the same value in wyverns. That would be... My computer would die, like guaranteed. Because each wyvern's like 170. That'd be a lot of blocks. Do I still have some of your designs saved? I might. I'd have to check though. And the lag isn't too bad. But yeah, okay, this is the bulwark's dead. Ooh. That doesn't look fun over there. There's like 3 little helicopters. What that is they're definitely helping each other fly. They've attached to each other. Yeah, 29 wyverns. That's Holy crap, and how many blocks a piece is that? That sounded like an oversized swarm. Okay, let's cut it in half, see what's on the insides. That noise when you get close, just... And the little spinny things on the guns, I didn't even notice those. That's actually really cool. And again, for this many blocks, it's not as laggy as I thought it would be. Like, I mean, obviously it's still pretty laggy and has some stuttering, but... And 4 point... for a single craft isn't oversized? I mean... No, below. Oh. What'd I do? Broke it's what I did. The frame's back. Okay, try that one more time. One more time, one more time. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Holy crap. I mean, everything should still work. I don't think any of my ships had any problems. Maybe I might have had some minor issues. Actually, no, yeah, everything worked. Only thing I was going to say is maybe the ACB was weird. But then again, I don't think it was. This is some crazy lag. It's beautiful. It's really quick. We have our massive engine bank right here. Some nice steam engines. Looks like the AI right there. More engines. And I believe even more engines all through there. All up there too. And then another engine. Then we have the laser. Holy crap. And then how many turrets? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the front and like 3 or 4 on the back. Yeah, 3 on the back. Holy crap. This is a cut in half educational. Yes, it is an educational GIF. And then we have battery charging, or RTGs rather. And then massive battery bank. Like a biblical battery bank. And then more RTGs at the top. And then material storage, I believe, right there. And then more AI components. Steam engine, a giant one. And then material storage. And then, is this like a bridge? Like a rear bridge? Oh, I didn't even know there's... Oh, there's little cranes. What is that? Look at these little cranes. Oh, there you go. That belongs in Fortnite. Are you kidding me? Yeah, let's see. I'll get this into Fortnite really quick. Yamato's killed by lay, not bombs. What's a lay? Because Yamato was killed by dive bombers and torpedo bombers, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know they built like 3 Yamato classes, but no, towards the end of the war, I think only like 1 or 2 got out. Rest of them got canceled. Because obviously battleships are kind of worthless at that time. Once you got planes flying around bombing you. Play Fortnite for stream music or Riot. That pride flag, yep. At the back. I love what you can make in this game. It reminds me of Factorio. You're only limited by your ingenuity. Yeah, it's actually really, yeah, it's really cool because you can pretty much do whatever. And obviously it comes with the problem of, you know, it's a little bit complicated and a steep learning curve. But once you get it down, you can build like crazy stuff like this. And even crazier stuff, because I know Doctor has like a mech, a giant mech. And I do like the look of the mast over there. I'm trying to fly to the back. I should probably just drop it and then I want to teleport onto it. So I can fly a little bit faster. Did I call it the mast? I mean like the bridge. It's not a, I mean, I guess it's not really a mast. More the bridge. Really cool. Oh, I didn't even see this. Well, there you go. Here, you want to get dizzy? Maybe? It's like an optical illusion. Now, how in the world did you actually do that? Oh, okay. You put a picture of the, basically that still image and then spun it on a spinner. I see, I see. My stream is stuttering. It's chugging. Is it chugging along? That's actually probably the end game. Like the frames are taking a dump, so just bear with me for a couple more minutes. I just want to check the rest of it out. Got some missile silos here. Or no, those are packs. Thought they were missiles. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I was there. Oh, see, this is smart. You try not to get killed when you're the captain. But yeah, really cool ship. How long did it take you to build this? I saw you working on it for like a week or 2 now. Oh, those are simple lasers. Okay. Yeah, I'm drunk. Yeah, so these are simple lasers. Yeah, because I couldn't tell. Those fronts look really weird. Have those changed? I swear they look different. I don't think, no, the ship doesn't have any modded blocks. All this is in-game. Because I don't have any mods, so. Freaking ridiculous. Redonkulous. Let's look at it in its full glory. This sails the 7 seas. Looks evil, too. Like we're gonna come and destroy everything you love. Even though it's a rainbow, it still gives off like a evil vibe for some reason. It took me a month, or maybe I think 3 weeks. I mean, that's not too bad. Especially for a ship like this. Like all the little minor details you put into it. Has way too much spare time, or is a dedicated gamer? Okay. Yeah, see, I'm almost certain it's just the game chugging along. And then Draglock's laser battleship. We can take a look at that really quick. This music's making me want to play City Skylines. Hurts me. What are those 4 recharge mags? Those are custom jet engines? Or they were? There's nothing more terrifying than Rebos. See, exactly. I love CC. Yeah, it is really fun. You can get sucked into it. Thing that sucks, but then I keep doing it anyway, is just Traffic Simulator and just trying to get all the traffic to flow right. Yeah, this is Draglock's laser battleship, which is part laser battleship. Then we have some cram cannons on here too. He better have a LAM system on this. I guess not. Or maybe so. Oh yeah, he does. Okay. I should play it on stream, yeah. Played for 9 hours straight. Yeah, see, the dark side's a pathway to many abilities, some considered to be unnatural. Next, can you check to see if you still have my designs? Yeah, I can. The rainbow ship should be called the Love and Tolerance. As in, I'm going to love and tolerate the ship out of you. That's perfect. Has a pretty good name. Thing is, City Skylines on stream, I feel like that'd be boring. And that's not really my content. Because it'd just be Traffic Simulator and we can watch a bunch of people run around. Because that's all I do. And then if someone tweets bad, I just delete their house. I start complaining about the garbage. Oh dear. Oh my. What is happening? Oh, it's just turning. Wondering why the lasers aren't firing. I ship it. Yeah, so there we go. Now this ship just needs... Hold up. I don't even know where's the LAM system even on this thing? I don't see any munition. I do like this. Like a little crow's nest with the detection system in there. That's cool. But I don't know if I'm blind or what. Oh, the lamp system on top of the laser. Okay. But yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a problem though. I'd put them at least all the way around the outer hull. And obviously having the ones on the top of the laser guns, that works too. But then you can even fit in some up here, just to increase that protection. Don't you just hate it when the mayor accidentally deletes your 500 people apartment block? Yeah, exactly. No, that's fine. She's great when the mayor deletes your house. I mean, are you really a mayor, though? You're more like God. If you can just go over to somebody's house and just make them disappear. I don't know. I've never heard of a mayor with that kind of power. Oh, ramming speed. Do it. No, 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 do it. That's why no one complains, because they're erased. Exactly. We have a 100% satisfaction rating. You also live for hundreds of years. Yeah, you're in office forever. Like, until you fail and run out of money, you're in office. Yeah, see, yeet. Like, we're about to yeet on this, poor Bastion again. Wonder when the ship just decided, screw it, just ram into him. There we go. I guess the laser battleship thinks it's the Senate. Ooh, that's a problem. Shooting through itself. Yeet City. I was gonna make a communist joke. Yeah, so you play City Skylines, name a city, Yeet City, and then that'd be fun. Okay. Now let's cut it in half, then we'll look at, see if I still have shipyard ships. I yeeted so hard I bought the Natural Disasters DLC. Jesus. That is fun though. You just call it a meteor. Yeah, you're definitely God at that point. We have our steam engine, and we have some RTGs in there. Fuel engine. Ammo. Looks like material storage in these two little places. Got some batteries. Or no. Yeah, looks like there's batteries over there mixing with the laser system. And then under the ship, we have the hydrofoils. And then again, more material storage and a little, I don't know what you would call it. Conference room? Oh, yeah, we've seen this ship before. I think the turrets were just changed. Okay. Nice little bridge, nice little interior. I once yoked an Alcazar into space with gravitation rams. Now that is fun. That is something to write home about. All right, let's see. Because I may or may not. No, I already clicked on these two, didn't I? About a new folder. No, it does not look like, because I know it was named Stream. So I might have cleared out my thing, because I had like... Oh dear, I don't even know how big my construct folder was. That was fun seeing my boy. I'm glad you liked it. It's a pretty impressive ship. Especially all the little fine details. I couldn't be asked. I'm too lazy. Imagine the letters from the Onyx Watch front line. Yeah, our main, you know, our biggest ship just got thrown into space. Maybe we should surrender. My friend and his ship disappeared in space today. Yup, exactly. Such a masterpiece. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now what are we going to do? Well, we were going to do a build. We join a multiplayer game and build. You can't upload it to the workshop? For why? But yeah, I want to do a multiplayer build where you guys join, and then we build. Well, Curse of Gladstone did post a design. I don't know if he wants to check me out. Wants me to check it out. Are you going to play any Fallout 76? I might, but I don't know. I might wait until I see like some other people play the game, because I don't know how good it's actually going to be. And if it's $50, $60 for a multiplayer game where I just run around and do like fetch quests, I don't know about that. But I might. Sadly, I can't join. Oh, well. That is fine. Let me think here. Didn't really have a plan for what else to do. Oh, we could play some Jurassic World. That'd be fun. Kind of got tired of that game, though. But yeah, on last stream we built... this? Well, I didn't have a hand in building it at all, but... chat did. It's actually a pretty nice ship, too. Jurassic World or Riot. I mean... yeah, let's do it. Let's do some Jurassic World, whatever. Even though it's not the stream that I signed up for at all. But yeah, before I do that, really quick, this is a ship we built. Well, I didn't have a hand in building it, so don't tell anybody. I just sat and watched like a lazy person. But yeah, we don't have an engine on it yet, or any like shielding or alarm system or anything like that, but there's some nice turrets and crams. And I think it was Draglock and like 3 or 4 other people. Yeet. Shipyard. Anyway, I gotta go. I'll be back at some point. All right, later. But yeah, okay, let's see. I don't know. I want to do something from the depths, but at this point, I have no clue. And I don't even have a, let's see. You know what, we'll do the build. We'll do the build off. Let's see. Let's go to the main menu. And if anybody wants to join, they can join. If not, we'll just go do something else. Oh, of course, from the depths crash. Because why wouldn't it? It's a perfect time to crash. Get this started again. Right up. It's good times. Could play the greatest game on earth, Squad. That's so fun to watch. Oh. I don't want to listen to the SimCity soundtrack. I'm gonna get copyrighted. How about autoplay off? What are we gonna do now? I'm launching from the depths again. And we'll see if we can do multiplayer. If not, because I believe my connection's gonna die if I do multiplayer. I think the max we'll only really be able to have is 5. So when I did 10, it died. Maybe we'll do 6. 5 to be safe. We'll just name it ballpark. Blah 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 blah, and then basic designer. So if you want to join, now is the time. And we're just going to be building a ship or adding onto a ship. We could just do a bunch of urchin battles. And we'll ride around on urchins and fight each other. But if you don't want to join, that's fine, and then we'll just do something else. Because Master Cheese did want to join, but sadly he's not with us. Attack on Erie. Well, that's one thing I'd never really done is like the missions in this game. Because I did them like early on, and I got frustrated on one. I can't remember what it was, and I just built a giant gun and just started obliterating stuff. That's you. All right, welcome. Let's see if we can get any more people in here. So if you want to join, now is the time. Your name is new? That's a good name. Either that or it's just lagging. Damn new profile. Any tips on helicopters? Well, what are you having trouble with? Because the main thing is just have the ACBs and then having the dedicated heli spinner and then put it to always up, and then getting a small engine or electric motor on there, and then just let it work its magic. Obviously with the right settings. Flying straight. Does it have a problem with like wobbling or flipping upside down? But if you wanted to do attack runs, just set that up in the aerial AI. I'm going to line up attack run and then how many meters out, and then when it'll break its attack run. And then make sure your heli blade is above the center of mass. Flies like 100 meters and flips and nosedives. Yeah, that sounds like the center of mass is not under the lift. What will I be doing in multiplayer? Well, I was going to build, but it looks like no one wants to do that. So we'll probably go do something else. And in fact, I could actually show how, like what I mean by the center mass thing. So, in the Hilo tutorial, you want your center of mass, which is this, the little weight, the kg on it, directly under your high blade spinner. And even if it's off by a little bit, like front or back, and you just have this heli blade, it'll mess things up and it'll just act weird. But then if you put a either roll correction or pitch correction, it'll fix that. But obviously you get more complicated, and this one just runs off of Lua script, which is something I was messing around with, which is actually a default Lua script on well, it's not default, it's Darba's Lua script, or Draba's rather. And I use this for the airship tutorial that I did, or the easy hovercraft tutorial, I believe. So yeah, and then you can put attack run and stuff and change the mode. But I was just messing with that. But yeah, the main thing is just having it the center mass directly below or balanced around the propeller. So I could have a propeller like over here, and then have one over here, you know, like an Osprey. But obviously if one of this gets taken out, it's going to flip. Not like it really matters, because if this gets taken out, it's still going to go down. If that makes sense. A tutorial that includes use Lua problem solved. Well, this helicopter tutorial is going to have multiple ways of doing it, ACBs and the Lua script. So you can do it with the ACBs, which is the old way of how I've always done it, and then you can use the Lua script, which gives you a bunch of customability, and it's just kind of plug and play. How do you stop the center of mass from moving? I mean, when you place blocks, it's going to move because you're shifting weight. But if you want it centered, like if you want it to move a certain direction, you'll have to add weight either to the back or front. So if I wanted to move forward, I would just add like lead blocks to the front of the craft. And then you'll see the center of mass has moved from under this dedicated heli spinner to, you know, more forward. But yeah, and then the reason why I like why I was playing with the Lua script in the first place is, again, there's a lot of customability in here. You can change crazy amount of stuff, and from what I've seen, it doesn't add any lag. So and it's basically a more in-depth PID, more of an all-in-one PID rather. You don't need a bunch of different PID blocks controlling your pitch and everything. It's just one block. And it auto-detects your spin blocks, because you can't use the PID with the dedicated heli spinner, which sucks, because that's what I was going to do, but cannot. Hey man, I tried dealing with the cram chute. Any experience with that? Yeah, I've made a bomber, I believe. Have to give me a second to find it. But yeah, that's how I made my bomber, was just a bunch of chutes. I believe it's this one. Yes. So, yeah. Bunch of cram cannon chutes. I'm fairly certain. Yeah, bomb chute, yeah. Yeah. So, that's what I did with the bomber. Or how I made a bomber, rather. So once this thing comes around, it'll probably miss, because I think this is an older generation, but yep. No, we got one shell. But yeah, that's basically all it does. It just fly over and drop crap ton of crams on stuff. Nope, not workshop. But what was it? So moving as the propeller changes the amount of power. Moving as the propeller. What do you mean by that? Lua is always a very powerful option, kind of OP compared to non-Lua options. Yeah, that's true. But with this, again, you can do all these things with PID. It's just you would need a bunch of different PIDs. The only thing you can't do with PID is the evasion. So I can see where that can be OP. But then again, I guess if you just make your whatever squirrely enough. That music is giving me nostalgia. Yup, I feel it. 50 RP for one Lua block, or 50 RP per ACB. The Lua should cost 1,000 RP or more. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, even at 1,000 RP, it would still be worth it. if you're using something like this, because it wouldn't really add much to the cost. The center of mass moving as a repeller. How can it be prevented? I mean, the center of mass as the propeller. Like that, like little wiggle you're seeing right there. That doesn't affect your craft at all. That's just, I don't know. Doesn't really affect the center mass at all, like that little wiggle. Dodge the cram. I guess for the same you're using Lua, you would need 50 ACBs. Yeah, that is true. Oh, if you go with the ACB route trying to copy that Lua, yeah, you need like 2 apiece, like per action. So if you want to go up and down, that's 2 ACBs. You want to go like left and right, that's 2 ACBs. So, yeah. Or change the pitch, that's 2 ACBs. Hesh can be. Do I think Hesh is OP? Against vehicles that are not equipped against it, yes. I wouldn't say it's OP. I think it's just you're just taking advantage of an enemy's weakness. Especially like the Onyx Watch, that's just like butter with Hesh. You just rip right through them. But if the vehicle is properly built to deal with your Hesh rounds, then obviously you've got countered. So, but as an all-around shell, especially like in campaign, yes, it's the shell, I would say. Obviously, if they have shields, you mix it in with like Hesh, smokes, and disruptors are a nasty combo. And then if you add in heat with that as well, you can get that nice quad destruction there, which I can show off in a second, the Hesh thing. No, Hesh can be defeated. Yes, it can. Hey, so what do you think about the new Mimic blocks? I actually haven't played with them at all. I saw some people playing with them on multiplayer. I don't even know where they are. They're under, I'm assuming this. No, it's an... Are they under Mimic? Am I losing them? What are they under? I'm assuming not control. Decorations. I'm guessing. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, I haven't played with it at all. But I think it is cool though. Because you can add any of these things. Then again, okay, what? Oh, can I just do a straight up? Oh, I thought I could do a piece of a missile for a second. I was like, what? Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. They definitely add to building things. Like, you know, making this into like a table or something. But how many in-game vehicles don't have Hesh defense? The majority of them don't, like quite a bit. The only thing I would say in a campaign that's Hesh defense is like ships with shields. That's about as far as their hash defense goes. And I guess LAM system, if your hash is that, if your hash shells are that slow or they can be intercepted. I roll over the Onyx Watch with 3 ships. Yup. Yeah, the designs are older designs. They're not up to date. Yep. Do I play War Thunder? I do play War Thunder. Quite a bit, actually. Can you show us the Rainbow PC store? I just did. A few minutes ago. But yeah, like for example, with the hash stuff. I gotta figure out where the enemy's gonna spawn. Where are you gonna spawn? Okay. I'm gonna have to tweak the AI on this ship, but this should be it. But yeah, so for example, these shells on this have, or these turrets rather. I don't know why that's not painted. These turrets have a combination of heat, hash, and smoke shells. Or no, these are actually hollow point and squash heads. So hollow point and hash along with smoke. Which I do not believe are on this one specifically. But yeah, right here. So it's like every 3 or 4, yeah. So this one's a smoke shell with the AP capped head. The squash head defeats armor. Hollow point just splats on stuff, creates decent holes. And then the smoke gets past laser systems. Now, if I wanted to be real goofy, I could add heat to this. But this ship is filling a specific role in my fleet, which is to support the Poseidon, which already has the heat shells. So can't stay any longer. Thanks for streaming from the depths. No problem. Thanks for coming by. I was grinding the USSR this morning. KV-1 is OP. Yeah, I've been grinding out the Germans and Americans so far. I want the Abrams. And on the Germans, I've got up to like Leopard 1, I think. Just took forever. Holy crap. It's like 5 years. Could you please spawn in the Wyvern and have her fight? Do one fight. I'd love to see how she looks now. Maybe have her face your currently spawned craft. Now this ship, I don't, it's in like production. I mean, it can kill like a Alcazar, but this AI settings aren't down to where I want them. And sometimes it's real goofy. I mean, it could. It could. Only thing is it doesn't have any repair bots either. Whatever, we'll see. We'll see. I only have the IS-1. Yeah, I literally, for ground and air, I've only have American and German. And I think air, I'm at like BR3. And then for ground on Americans, I'm at 6.0. And then for Germans, it's 7 something, almost 8. And then for German planes, it's the same. My German planes and tanks are on like the same, in the same BR. Let's see, the Wyvern's definitely going to kill this thing. But if I put it up against Poseidon, that's a fight. Let's see if I even have it. Forget where I put it. It's another test. Old chips. Tenderizer. I gotta go. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming by. Hope it was fun. As much as the stream can be fun. Now, I can't remember where I put it. There it is. A little bit unfair because I got an early start, but this ship actually doesn't have any disruptors on. I just realized. I don't have any disruptors. Hold on. I don't even know how I just died there. Made no sense. Okay. I'll get you repaired, and let's start on even footing. Kind of. No, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Problem with my ship is I believe the AI is not right. Yeah, and this ship doesn't have any, well, my ship over there doesn't have any disruptor shells. Which is definitely going to need. All right, here we go. Make sure everything's on, just double check. Yes. Because I know this ship's going to die for sure. You haven't really missed much. I just talked about getting your helicopter to fly and stuff like that. Yeah, so this ship's already dead. Alright, let's do that again, now with the Poseidon. Which actually... Oh, I just... God damn it. I don't even know where the hell I put the wyvern. Can't I... Yes, and now save it in here. There we go. Nope, nope. Okay. Let's watch. And then way over here. Thanks, Jack. What's your opinion on a ship entirely focused on firepower? What do you mean? So a ship that is just big guns? I'm back quickly. When do you normally stream? Every Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. The Wyvern is currently my best ship, though it looks like I need to go over stabilization again to account for the new wave water physics. Yeah, that's actually true. You just reminded me I need to turn all the beautifulness back on. Okay. Spam turning off. That's not a real torpedo. Like there's nothing here. It's a ghost. I don't know what that is. Okay, wait for shields to be gooch to go. And then let's roll. Yeah, I didn't even actually get the show with the new graphics. So hold up. No, it's okay. Yeah, that's true. I don't even need to touch this, do I? Yeah, there it is with the new graphics. Because the other one was really downgraded graphics, so I could run the giant ship. Guns prioritized above all else. So let me try to get basically not having any shields or anything like that. Is that what you mean? Because I'd say if you're going to build a ship and have like big old guns on, especially an expensive ship, it for sure needs a LAM system. And if you are prioritizing firepower, making essentially a glass cannon that works, and it's actually sometimes it works pretty well. It just depends on the enemy you're facing. And if it's just made out of wood, you'll definitely need a LAM system to try to prolong its life a little bit. Because even though it's cheap, it can die like instantly. If that makes sense. So like for a lot of my ships, like we'll take the Poseidon for example. How it's armored is essentially one, like the top deck is just wood, so any shell could just go straight down through it. But actually the LAM system's armored like that too. I guess the ship doesn't even care. But usually what I would do is if something like the LAM system or the engines, I would armor the top, like get a layer of armor above it as well, and then a layer of all the way around it just to protect it. But any other components, like they're just empty space, I don't armor at all. Like you'll see here, this is kind of like the AI core. This is where the AI sits, ammo sits and fuel sits, even though the fuel isn't explosive. But for this ship, it really needs fuel. If it runs out of fuel, it's kind of dead because it has such light armor. And all the way around the hull, it's just one layer of metal armor. And then for the engines, again, I would armor it, but we kind of have this on top, so that doesn't really matter. Even though it does, because this is going to explode and knock this engine out. But we do have a big engine that is armored. And I don't know if you are having that problem, but let us... PBR shaders. I wanted to remove the oh great, just broke it. Wanted to remove it so it'd make it a little bit brighter, but whatever. But yeah, if that makes any sense. I could have just rambled on. I think a ship is an investment. That means one wants to invest to pay off. That one wants the investment to pay off. That means it needs to kill more RP than it costs. Yes, the best way to ensure it pays off is by making sure it lives long enough to do so. At least my opinion. Yes, that is very true. And again, like this ship's armor would be more consistent with an all or nothing, to where if there's nothing in that compartment or the hull, it's not armored. So I guess we'll go on this side. Whatever. So for example, like in here, there's nothing really important, so a shell can go straight through kind of this room and it wouldn't matter. Kind of the same for down here. And obviously the turrets themselves are armored because they're important. But like the batteries, not so important. They don't need armor. And the little decoys down here, not really that important. I don't bother armoring. But yeah, because then there's the alternative method, which is just Onyx Watch, and you just armor the entire thing. Which is kind of wasteful, because again, most of your ship, like some components are just empty space, so there's no real point to add that much armor. And again, if your ship's like a glass cannon, then of course you run into the problem of dying too quickly. So one good hit anywhere could just rip the ship in half, which you have to make sure that prevents. But you can make good battleships out of wood. This is a big ship. This isn't too big. This is like kind of average. Because then if you go to like my frigate, little baby ship, and then you can even go to a Corvette. I haven't really worked on this one. Yeah, I mean, you get a Corvette. It's kind of the same size, a little bit smaller. Then I have a cruiser in here. Or it actually might be a heavy frigate. I think it's Block 3. But this one actually has a LAM system on it, which increases its kill output, especially against like the Onyx Watch, by like a factor of 10. Because like even this ship can take out, I believe, the vast majority of a bulwark salvo. And there's the From the Depths police coming to arrest us all. I tend to use the Onyx Watch armor style, even have steel decks. Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but I get it. Because actually, I do see that a lot. Yeah, there are 3 armoring schemes. All or nothing. And then using less armor is one good towards the ends. The ship is 1 point. Yeah, I guess it is a little bit bigger than the Wyvern. You just notice all your ships have Halo names. Yes, they do. So we have the Strident, Halcyon, Autumn, and then I believe, yeah, the new one is the Diligence class. And then I believe that's it. I thought I had more. I do have the Thermopylae, but I haven't worked on that one in a while. And I'm pretty sure that's a Halo ship. I'm almost certain. And the Winter class destroyer as well, which I kind of threw out and I need to work on again. Because that's, I mean, it's a pretty cheap ship. I think I just ran into it. They would die too fast. And then I have the missile version of the Strident, which actually helps a lot. Greater than 0 is a Corvette. Greater than 25 is a frigate. Greater than 50. Destroyer. Greater than 75. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing, is that there's no real, like, measuring thing for... And this thing looks like death. It's so dark now. But yeah, because this fleet, essentially, what I want the Poseidon... What I want out of the Poseidon is just be like a frontline battleship that can take on most threats and slug it out with the enemy's biggest ships. Then as we move down the line to our screening ships, especially the Strident, did I call that the Strident? The Poseidon Strident, is that this ship has the laser system so it can help the little baby ships that it's running with keep them from getting damaged by torpedoes and shells. And then the reason for building, I guess I can go to the front. The reason for building the Diligence is I needed another ship to help support the Poseidon and slugging out with bigger ships, like a different armament. So the Poseidon has HESH, heat, smoke, and disruptors. And then the Diligence just has hollow point with HE, HESH shells, and smokes. And it can put out much bigger shells. I think, yeah, 456 millimeter versus 348. So the shells that it's throwing at the enemy are bigger on the Diligence, and it shoots a little bit faster, has a more sustained fire rate than the Poseidon itself. And I like how it just inked for some reason. That's great. I don't know what that's about, but you could use a submarine. Yeah, I'm working on a sub. I mean, I have one. It's just it's old. And I want to create a... Because the biggest thing for a submarine, in my opinion, is that the water acts as a layer of armor as well. And it would be really nice against Steel Strider ships because they can't get you underwater. Or not Steel Strider, White Flare ships. Because they can't touch you while you're underwater and ram into you like a bunch of a-holes. But yeah, so I have a sub. It's just I never use it. I haven't really had, and I guess I need to turn it from missile to torpedo. I guess it's pretty cheap too. It's only 13,000. And you probably use it more. Now let's see. Also, have you had any issues with the new graphics? Whenever I try to turn it on, the water is just white. Like I'm trying to sail in the sun. I think that's because... No, I was going to say it's sun intensity or it could be reflection intensity. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those settings, but I guess it's not. I don't know. That it's weird. I assumed it links itself because it was hit by a missile targeting laser and it inked itself. The laser was not set to ignore those. You live stream so much? I do? I don't know. Not really. I actually haven't. I think this is like the 4th or 5th live stream so far. I call the sub the platypus. Yeah, that's true. It does look like that. Hit by a missile targeting laser. I think that's true. That's the thing. I didn't actually think. Yeah, I guess. That's it. It's weird. Oh well. Because I didn't even think I had my smoke detectors set up properly on that ship, on the Poseidon. But I guess so. But yeah, so basically, obviously the little ships are just screen. They just go in and screen. And I swear I have... Like, this one's old. I don't think... And then again, we have the Thermopylae, which it needs updated real bad. If I can even... Because actually, the older version... I might start working on that again because it's a lot cheaper than the new one. The new one's like 700K. Oh, version 4 is only 300. That's pretty funny. And most of the cost comes from actually like the turrets. So... Yeah, the Thermopylae's 400. Oh, I guess I've... No, yeah, I was going to say. Those ones are no sense. It's this. And then what was I going to even do? I'm lost. Yeah, wrong folder. Block 2. Okay. Halcyon... Because I confused myself with, I'm assuming version 10 is the most recent. And the Autumn class frigate, that works. I feel like I'm missing something. Strident. Yeah, I guess maybe not. But, because how I'd normally have the fleet is 1 or 2 battleships. And then for every battleship, there would be 2 Autumn classes. And then the Halcyon wasn't actually... I'm trying to remember if this thing's updated. Just to add to the confusion. Because I don't believe it is. So the Autumn class would actually, or the Halcyon class would get cut out. But I do have the Halcyon class AA, or CWIS, which is nice because it can just sit back and snipe missiles. So if you come up against like a missile spammer, it'll do that. I swear I'm missing a ship though. Maybe that's it. I know I have my destroyers, but I don't really use those much. Those are definitely screening ships. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let me actually see how the Trident struts its stuff. I haven't actually seen it in work in a while. And since I'm just rambling. Let's see. So we can follow it. No, that didn't work at all. There we go. Okay. You could try to make a high-speed sub with hashed hollow point APS turret on it. I don't know if it's effective because you would need to come up with a way to easily avoid shells, even at close range. One thing I can't... Oh, this laser system's really underpowered. I need to fix that. One thing I can do with subs that make them really OP for... being underwater is that you can add the advanced cannons and then put a supercavitation base on there so the shell doesn't lose any velocity when it's sailing under ships, which I think is what my Poseidon has, so it can snipe ships, like their components underwater, without losing any speed. Ships still tend to have a weak bottom, yeah. So if I were to go directly under it and have a turret facing up, that would be pretty deadly. If it weren't for your streams, my milk drinking addiction would still dominate me. Underwater Sea Whiz for subs, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that. APS are expensive, though. They're nothing compared to battleship-sized crams. Yeah, that is true. My subs tend to surface themselves every minute. Is your sub too buoyant? Sounds like a buoyancy problem. Like they're too floaty. No, how about we just destroy enemy vehicles? And this thing's lamp system is atrocious. We need that good lamp. Like on the Diligence and the Poseidon. It's funny because last time I streamed it, it went up against somebody's ship and they just had all crams. And it couldn't get hit. We just spawned a bunch of bastions just to... No, don't even shoot. Because I think I tested this against like 100 missiles early on. It took down all of them. But I mean, that's going to be cake. Yeah. Oh, music's back. If it's not an AI prob, then just use hydrofoils. Yeah. I mean, I hope his sub was using hydrofoils. I mean, you can do it with the PID and propellers as well. I'm going to be doing an updated video on that. But that's another thing. I guess it's considered cheating, but it's invisible armor pretty much when you have a really good lamp system. Like it's armor that just costs energy. Which is really nice because... Oh, and then also I figured out that I needed a passive radar to detect radar-seeking missiles. Which I didn't think was a thing, but we're here. Yeah, that's true. Air pumps and PID. Very, very true. Only thing I don't like about that is it seems that it sinks too slow for me. Like for me, I want to sync it like on demand. I guess you can make it heavier, but... And then again, if your ship, if the sub does get pierced, it's going to sink like a rock. So that's one downside to the PID and air pump thing. I use PIDs. Yeah, for default PID settings, that should work for any craft. It's like, let me see, quick tips. Because I don't like messing with PIDs either. And the best settings I've found for almost any craft are, put this one at 0.1, the gain at 0.1. Put the integral time to 1, and then the derivative time at 0.5. And that should work with almost any craft I've found. In fact, for me, it's worked for all of my crafts, but then obviously your test stimulus is how deep and stuff like that. But and even then, for the PID system for your sub, I really like it because, here, let's just go into a whole sub, because I am working on an updated sub tutorial anyway, so might as well just do a tutorial live stream. So for this sub, oh no, it's not what I wanted to do. I just wasted all those ships, whatever. So for this, what I like about it is that it syncs, obviously, because it's a PID sub, but then it can spin in place, which if you're using just hydrofoils, you can't do because you're going to need to be moving forward. But on this, I needed a PID to sync it, obviously, and then a PID to control the pitch. But I really like that you can turn it. I'm easily amused. Passive radar to detect radar seekers, IR cams to detect missile thrusters, passive sonar to detect sonar seekers, and torps. Yeah, I thought it would just work with the munition warners, because that's how it seemed to work for all the other missiles. What PID for this sub? I used the general purpose ones. And it just controls altitude. Can we see this sub fight? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's going to be terrible, but... I will put it up against a bastion or two. And I don't even know if this thing's detection systems work. No, they don't. Look at that mess. Ships are over here. So in order to fix that, what I would do is, since it's firing at enemies that it can't see out the front, just go into the missile system. No launch pads attached. Are you drunk? Oh, okay. It's up here. Enable the space constraints. And then do this. So that it only fires at targets in front of it. Because obviously it's not going to be able to hit. The torpedoes aren't going to be able to spin around nor detect anything that are going that way, but... And they're definitely not laser seeking. Or no, I guess they are laser seeking. They shouldn't be, though. There's no point for that nonsense. No, one's Trying to figure it out. Yeah, this thing hasn't been updated in forever. And it looks like its AI needs changing as well. So what's happening here is that it's trying to broadside stuff. But it doesn't need a broadside nothing. Or is it? No, it's not. Aim directly at it, nerd. And then we need to lower the minimum broadside. It's all trial and error. And again, this sub, I haven't messed around with it in forever. So I'll put that down to 200. And then, actually, yeah, we'll leave broadside 500. Inner broadside, just mess that up, that's fine. 650. Okay, now let's see how far away we are. We're still 1,000 away. Not that matters, because we still should be looking at them. Guess not. I don't know. Oh well. Let's go back to chat while this thing figures it out. Munition warners only detect the AI portion, or the IR. That makes sense. Is there any ground detection nowadays? I don't believe so. Or just add one turn to Torbs. I mean, I can, but isn't that for me looking at it? At the target? One, make a hole at the top of the sub. 2, place a pack in there. 3, set it to EMP. 4, swim under it. Metal ship. Swim under a metal ship. Profit. There you go. This much HE is a waste. Any warhead of the same type after it. The first only has 80% of the payload of the one before it. More than 4 to 5 of any type is generally a waste. I would switch these to EMP, 50/50 HE, and frag further back. How many hours do I have a game? Yeah, it's like 1,050, something like that. I mean, I can check really quick. Something ridiculous. Yeah, 1,515. Jesus. Yo, what is up, Han? Crispins, hello. Okay, now we're back on target. Oh, these guys are just lost. I need to update these torpedoes anyway, because this build's like 3 or 4 years old. We have a regulator. I don't believe we need a regulator. Or no, we do need a regulator. Let's talk about ballast tanks. Don't need to change the buoyancy at all. And the float depth can be 5 meters. That's still too low. I wish I could change it like 2. No? Can't. No, just be 2. No, can't. Okay. Because I don't want it to be 5, because I feel like a lot of ships aren't that deep in the water. And then obviously we would add a bunch of EMP and stuff like that. What I'm concerned about, we have plenty of fuel. There we go. We'll just do that. And now that should fix the torpedoes sinking like they were. And then there's the water armor. Can't actually shoot me. Now we should get some decent hits. There we go. Just slaughter that one's AI. And the other one. Then yeah, I guess could add a 1 turn. I really wish this thing would just but we'll do this. We'll control it ourselves. Make it magical. I wish the AI could just do this, but you know. Yeah, you completely missed there, bub. Where even is it? 1 turn. There we go. Then out of the top, there are supposed to be missiles, but like I said, this is just a build to experiment with subs. It was never really meant to fight. I do like how cheap it is, though. It would actually be really nice to take out ships like this. Even though that was a terrible fail. Did I just get hit? What's going on over here? Yeah, we got hit. Took out the PID. Holy crap. Oh, okay. That one's dead. Yep. So that's the sub. But, and then obviously there's the other version of that, which is just hydrofoils. So in order for this to go underwater, it has to be moving forward. So, which looks pretty cool. But the benefit of this sub over the PID sub is that when you're underwater and you come across like sand dunes and stuff, it'll actually correct itself and won't run into them. While the PID sub will just try to maintain that altitude even if it's slamming itself into the mud. The torps are just taking the ship from 3 sides, no need to worry. Yeah, don't use anything other than 0 on the, yeah. Because like I said, this submarine is like 3 years old, so. Professional 50,000 millimeter water armor, exactly. Having a bit of VNP on mostly HE torps ensures they can fry stuff even if the target armor is too tough to penetrate. Very true. PIDs can be set to altitude above ground, yes, but they do not work when you're underwater. At least with everything I've tried. So we can actually find that right here. So I have it set to negative 57, but let's increase that. Because I've tried, obviously, the altitude plus land, no. And then the air pump, no. But it will not stay, even though it's supposed to be the center of mass. If it comes up on a sand dune, it doesn't ever like it. And it will not correct itself for some reason. Once forgot to put thrusters instead of propellers and was confused of why my torpedoes were 100 meters in the air. Yeah, that's a big old problem. They do not with above terrain or pure altitude. So how would I do that? Altitude plus land, which is what I've done. Because I sat here for like 2 hours trying to make it work, and it just didn't. So let's take this thing closer to land, like this other one. And this one right now just seems to be... Okay, yeah, so this sub is actually set to get 30 meters above the ground, or the seabed. So once it gets down to there, it'll stop diving. So if you want like a little sneaky sub, there's the settings to use. Now we should, maybe not, be coming up on some sand dunes as soon as we sink enough. I wish I could speed it up. But, sadly, no, I can't. I can't recall how it was done. Would have to play around with it again. It was a couple months since. Yeah, because it'll, like, the PID over land will work above ground, like above the water, but for some reason it doesn't work at all under the water. And I'm assuming the PID is working from the center of mass, in which case it should really work. But in this case, this sub will never, I might eat my words here, but in all my testing, once I got the settings right, it never touched the ocean floor. So let's find out. Would quantity over quality or vice versa be more efficient? If you can do cheap quality craft that are like under 200k or even under 300k, I would definitely go that route. Because you can do quality and quantity in this game. The only limiting factor is how much time you have. But considering you can go into designer and have unlimited time with no threats, that kind of gets thrown out. But like, see here, once we come up on this, hopefully it'll do what I said and climb up instead of slamming into it. Which it might just slam into it. No? Maybe so close to slamming into it? No? Okay. That was close. Let's see if we can get this thing to try to ram directly into like a coral reef. Oh. It's trying its hardest. Yeah, actually, I could change that. Just go into full freaking... This is... If we put this to positive, now we shouldn't have a problem with it barely getting by. Okay, I'll let the sub do its thing. We'll go to the other sub. If it would get over here. Let's see. PIDs work from their own position, not COM. Okay. Because some PIDs do work from, like, if you use the altitude, land, water setting, like the farthest right setting, it'll work from the center mass. I tried making a submarine, couldn't even get it to sink. Yeah. Is it... That's a buoyancy problem, obviously, unless you're not using... Are you using a bunch of wood blocks? Or light armor blocks? Because those are really buoyant. Especially the light armor blocks. Or the... Yeah. When I mean light armor, it's the metal... The lightweight alloy. Because those are really buoyant. Took me a while to get a sub that didn't nosedive for flip, but I was pretty damn happy with my first ever sub. I feel it. Well, everyone was 6 weeks building, 6 weeks testing and fixing, 3 months until I got it first officially finished version. And it's got a ton of updates since. Did you check my airship while I was gone? I did not. Sadly. Okay, I'm gonna let the ship zoom for a little bit, but I will be right back. So, yeah. Actually, I want to see. Hold on. We're coming up on a sand dune. Is there like really tall ones anywhere? No. Because I don't want to slam into the land. I just want it to slam into like a decent hill. See if I can get it. Oh, well. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Got the Wyvern version 177. Yeah, I can check that out a little later. Your airship. Yeah, I can hit up the airship really quick. Take a look at that once I get this thing to slam into something. But maybe we are close to getting to slam into something down here. Actually, I could probably just lower it. Yeah, let's spawn it in. You cannot stop. Okay. Now while this thing sinks. Also, I'm making a sub my own. Very nice, very nice. How much does your sub cost? Or how much is it going to cost? And what weapons is it going to have on it? If any at all. Actually, you can make a pretty cheap, just like detection sub. That just shares detection information with the rest of your ships. Like a drone, but it's not in the air because air targets can get shot down pretty easily in this game. But obviously you run into the problem of intra-vehicle transmitters being detected. It's like, what happens if your submarine runs out of fuel? Well, if this sub were to run out of fuel, it would basically float back up to the surface. But if you're really crafty, since it really doesn't need that much engine power, you could just use RTGs and electric, so it would never come up. It'd essentially be a nuclear submarine. I haven't figured it out, but it's going to be bigger than the Maraudis. Maraudis. English. Ooh, rough for me. Okay, let's get this thing even closer to the ground or the seabed. Let's see if 130 will cut it. Start at 105. I think it was like 200. Ever have one of those days where you keep trying to build on turrets, try to delete a block while the wrong thing is selected but still hear the little beep? Yep, I feel it. I feel it. Worst part is when you think you're building on the turret but you're actually building on your ship. That's always fun. I think the lowest is like 230. Let's find out. It's a real fun stream here. Just watching a submarine sink to the bottom of the ocean. I like the classic Torps, the VLMS armament, supplemented by Sea-Wiz that can double as an AA anti-surface weapon. The craft is surfacing, which is forced on greater than 80% HP on ACBs just in case. Oh, very nice. Once managed to delete an AI inside of an armored case from the outside once. How'd you pull that off? What's the name of... The name of it is the SS Notice Me Robots. There you go. I mean, if you really want him to notice you, I'm pretty sure he streams like every... Well, I'm positive. I'm not pretty sure. He streams Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what that is anywhere else, but... No idea how it happened. I just know it was one of those blocks that got deleted, but I couldn't find. Huh. Wait, I thought you said... Oh yeah, that is weird. Yeah, the name of the game is From the Depths. And we're not reaching the ocean bottom. I don't know how not, but yeah, maybe if we get closer to land here, we can just speed the game up. Hoodie, hello. How are you doing? Hopefully wonderful. Quick question. Why do you have the fuel engine exhaust? Because the ship is 3 years old. And I guess missiles aren't really a problem. for a submarine. Because there is no... Like, at the depths this submarine goes... Yeah, see, we're going to run into a problem where it's going to think this is the issue that I have with the PID system. Because I know it's set to negative 100, like 200 something. But even if it's at 40, okay, maybe it'll stop. Let's see. No, see this is the problem I have, is that, okay, no, wait, okay, let's push it to its limit even more. Maybe I'm wrong. Because I think, obviously, it works in the positive, because it's trying to stay above that. Okay. Let's push it even more. Because part of me thinks, no, yes, it's not avoiding it. Maybe I'm doing it completely wrong, but I like the... Because it'll definitely do it in the positive when it's flying. But for some reason, like underwater, I don't know if anything changed or what, but it won't. So like if my default is set to 52, and here, let's even show you what I mean. So if I have it at 40 something, and we are cruising from deeper water, back it up. Dang it, I'm late. I mean, not too late. We've only been streaming for 2 hours now. Just loaded up a 2-year-old sub, and it's still finding accidentally deleted blocks. Jeez, that is rough. Hey, what is up? Welcome, welcome. My airship is surprisingly graceful for being under 100 volume. Oh, very nice. Okay, yeah, so if we're coming up from deeper waters, like, let's do 60 something. Hopefully this won't hit the bottom. And then if we go forward and we sail into like shallower waters, the ACBs will correct for that, but the PID, at least in all of my testing, doesn't really seem to care. So we'll just grind right into it. So that's my issue with the PID. Because like I said, it works on like land when you're flying around in an airship, but you can always override the PID. That is very true. Very, 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 very true. Because I like having it to where I can just sit without having to move forward. But then you run over that problem. So I'm going to have to experiment with that as well. Mess around. Because like for the... You could actually... Yeah, that makes sense. Because for this version, this is the ACB version, and it will stay 30 meters above the seabed. So no matter how deep it is, it'll always be 30 meters above it. And obviously you can tweak that to whatever you want, but... Let's not try to too far away there, bub. Let's come back. And the detection, like, the depth is from the ACB block, right? Because that's what it seemed like for me. Because if I were to put the ACB in the back, it always would be too late before hitting stuff. Then again, I guess it won't really matter if you have it up high enough anyway. Like you'll see how it's climbing to avoid, you know, to keep that 30 meters in depth. But yeah, I guess that's enough messing with the sub. I don't know how interesting that is. We kind of get, I guess, a little bit of tutorial. Stream tutorial. But yeah, so I'm working on that video, and that should be out pretty soon. So then all this information will be in a more consumable format than just hearing me ramble. So, what is up next? Oh yeah, the music's kicking in. It better be still be City Skylines. Okay. I do believe there were ships people wanted me to check out. Which was who? The Iron Talon. Oh, I guess the stream delay isn't that bad. And this is Ultimate Jimbo's airship. Oh, Lauren, welcome. What's going on? Well, we just did a whole sub thing. We were looking at submarines. And now we're checking out Jimbo's airship. Which I do want to know. Did you use PIDs or ACBs? Looks like you used PID. Or not. Okay, that PID. Nope. You used ACBs instead. Okay. I'm assuming it flies above targets and rams them? Or it's for show. It's not actually for combat. Not much, seeing loads of water from above and below, exactly. Sadly, I won't be able to see the replay. Well, thanks for coming by anyway. Good luck and have fun. I'll try. For being a recon ship, it's more combat capable than the Wyoming. Also, read the lore. There was lore? Where can I read the lore? Yeah, I'm so confused. I'll try to make a build for next stream. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. It's on the workshop. Okay. Okay. I see. All right, let me cut it in half. Tradition. So what are you doing now? Basically, I just want to check out some ships because I did the whole kind of... Actually, I'll go do it again because I didn't actually show you how to set your subs ACB, but yeah, I just did a whole thing about submarines, and then now I'm just checking out Jimbo's airship, which is neatly compact. It's a nice little small engine, got some missiles. lambs, or not lambs, EMP block to absorb EMP. The AI, ACBs, of course. Got your missiles coming out the back. And yeah, it's pretty decent aesthetics. Like little piping. Very cool, very nice. And it is... Oh, even has a little trap door. You want to just leap out the bottom? Bam, you can. All right. Let's see. Can I send ships? Yes, you can. You can, in fact. Just put them in the post of designs on the Discord. Well, too bad. Too bad had a lot of crafts ready for the stream, but they're on my other computer. Oh, damn. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, well, there's always next weekend. Okay, now I have another craft. See if I can find it as fast as possible. Or not. Maybe it's going to be slow. Slowest thing ever trying to find this ship. There it is. The Styx class Dreadnought by Jingsauce. Hopefully I didn't just spawn on land. Nope. Oh. This thing's pretty decent looking. Kind of messy on the inside. I mean, not really. Considering how compact it is, it makes sense. Have you ever seen any of my ships other than the Wyvern? Yes. I think I've seen like 3 or 4. Yeah, because you sent a bunch in the Discord. Obviously, this was back in like May, but yeah. I have a nice airship on Steam. It's called the Chaffinch. Yeah, I'll see if I'll be able to check that out. Flares the radar buoys. Okay. Sup, boys? I put the Styx in Discord. Okay, then this is Braden's ship. Can you please have a look at Dr. Yeah, I did. That was at the very start of the stream, actually. That was the first ship we looked at. I took your advice and finally made a battleship under 200k resource. Yeah, the main reason for that is you're going to lose battleships and you don't want them to be too expensive because obviously you can hoard resources in the campaign, but I prefer having more ships than like a few big ships because if anything happens to them, like any random occurrence in the campaign, they will die and it's really frustrating. I mean, obviously you could just reload, but I have a small cruiser to show, but it's kind of waiting for the missile update before it's properly finished. I feel it. The Master Cheese, what is up? We could actually probably do the build stream now, too. Yeah, the Pikeman, the Lancer, and the Knight. Yeah, well, I saw all of those. All right, let's cut this thing in half. And see what its insides are made of. Looks like we have an engine out the back with the exhaust coming out the bottom. We have birch, again, like a nice birch color to the wood. And we got our ammo. Guns. Only thing I could probably see is this gun might try to kill this. Well, it won't try. It probably will if there's an enemy directly behind or in front. Which obviously it's not supposed to happen, but it can. And then, is it better if I just post the airship on Discord? Yes, yes it is. It's a lot easier to get it into the game really quick. Yeah, you can post your battleships up too. And then, it looks like down there resource storage. No, that's AI, not resource, AI. It looks like boxes from here though. Then we got our pack. Railgun. Bots, repair bots. Nice group of missiles. More ammo. And ammo production. Overall, very nice. I feel like we've seen this ship. Have we? This looks very familiar. At least the pack and the railguns do. And then it looks to be balanced out. Yeah, we have. I swear we've seen this. Styx class. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going insane. No packs on this. Oh, yeah. No. Okay. I thought this was a pack. It's a railgun. Very confused. Might be. And it's new. Just finished last night. Okay. Yeah, we have seen a ship. It's your build style. That's where I'm getting it from. Very similar build style. And you actually have torps up front too. Like a U-boat. Very cool. I like the bridge. Alright, let's see it kill something really quick. Oh, it's purple shells. There we go. Similar to the Abolition. That's what we saw last time. New crafts are up on the Discord. I see that. I see that. Have you checked out? I think I saw it. I don't think I have. I might have. But I'm fairly certain I haven't. It's just raining death down on the poor baby ships. Looks like we're almost just out of... Yeah. Weapons range. At least for the purple boys. And how do you fix a turret that tries to turn the wrong way? Basically, you go into your turret. Let's make it chill out for a second. We find the turret block at the bottom of the turret. I can find it. And then you enable your weapon constraints. And then that green line, like with these arrows pointing out, is where it's going to fire. So it's going to fire everywhere from this line all the way over here to this line. And then the which way you can tell is where this arrow is pointing. If that makes sense. And then obviously for your rear turret, you're going to need to flip it because it's going to be facing the opposite direction. So if this were a rear facing turret, it's basically where it can aim would be from this point to there. rather than the other way around. If that makes sense. But yeah, it's really just the azimuth, min and max. You can also change the elevation to where how high of a target it'll engage, but usually it's more of a problem with the azimuth. Purple boys, yep. The purple shells have disruptors. Oh, no, very nice. What is the rate of fire on all the guns? I don't know. What is the rate of fire on all the guns? So rate of fire for this one, 750. At least that's what he set. And then... I wish it would tell you. For the miniguns, and then these guns, there's no limit, but I'm assuming around 100 rounds a minute for those ones. And then I didn't really get to see the front guns, but obviously he can tell you. Nice simplistic shape, yes. Very smooth. Much simple. See, I thought those were completely new blocks, but they're just the boat runner painted a different color. And you have a sail on here too? Oh no, that's for your radar. Okay. Wow. Okay. Post my shifts, but still need some work. All right, that is fine. Let's see. Geotech. Grab all these ships. Let's do one ship per person for now. Uno momento. The Geotech Chaff-Inch Prototype ALRS airship. Oh, that scared me. I thought a whole piece of the ship just fell off. I was like, wait, what just happened? Oh, holy crap. It's actually really cool. The energy doesn't keep up with the railguns, and they don't have energy, so they do not go to their non-railgun fire rate. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So here is the airship. Very beautiful. Much guns. I'm assuming these are like repair or ammo. Little ammo pods. Split in half. Lots of blocks. Stone blocks, that is. It looks like, yeah, this whole side right here is dedicated to the crams that were on the sides. And then let's actually change it up a little bit so we can see some more since this is so thin. Looks like we got AI components, ACBs, engine power, ammo. More ammo. The ammo customizers. More ammo. Fuel engines. Oh no, those are again cram cannons. Lots of ammo throughout the front. And much cram, like so many cram cannons. Someone likes cram cannons. Alright, let's see it blow some stuff up real quick. See how those cram cannons go off. Oh, biblical. Rain of death. I'll need to increase the amount of energy production. Yep. True, true. Oh, look, we even have some torpedoes coming out the bottom. I like how the music kicks up too. I sure love crams. Yeah, that you do. City Skylines music fits perfectly with the war going on here. Put it on the Discord again. Nice simple metal ship. All right, yeah, I'll go grab that really quick. Ooh. I think it's pretty scary. I do like the torpedoes coming out of the bottom of it though. Just dropping little presents for the whole world. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I guess now that they're close enough. I should be good to go. We needed some super intense pirate music. Very true. Okay, now we have the Reactrograx. I destroyed that name, but that's fine. Oh, and it has a giant cram in the front. Perfect. Some missiles out the back. Then how many blocks? 8,000 blocks. 10,000 volume? I don't know why it's causing so much lag then. I think it's mostly coming from the extra shadow craters. It's a little bit smoother. Okay, cut it in half. I name my ships after stars. That's a star name? I'm not up to date on my star names, I guess. I want to get a nice little blue light in there. Actually kind of cool. So next up we have steam engines. It's a little dark. Let me... No, I didn't want to do that at all. Yeah, just destroy stuff. I believe it's this. Turn that off, right? No, I'm not even connected to the ship. Now, what is making you so dark? Should be... Yeah, there we are. There we are. Wait, how do you cut the thing? The end key? And then this, your menu, this little menu will come up. Okay, anyway, back to this ship. Turret, turret. The usual. And then laser system. Missiles. Looks like, again, the steam engine and some resource. Got some batteries in there as well. And then right here, the ammo customizer. Customize these shells coming out of your APS. The AI, tucked away behind some heavy armor. Ammo, again, tucked away behind some heavy armor. Some more resource boxes down there. And we have the giant cram cannon up front. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see it kill some stuff. Let's bully a marauder, as usual. Really want to see that cram cannon go off. If we can get over there. Oh. I went a little bit cheesy for the ammo on my cruiser after I saw the bulwark using ammo cheesing. I thought, F it. Yeah, that's fine. It makes sense. And I'm guessing you're talking about how it just has like 3 or 4 ammo in like little boxes all over the ship. But actually it makes sense. Especially for like an Onyx Watch ship, you're real slow. And with heat and HESH shells being a thing, and them just relying completely on armor, their ammo would get obliterated pretty quickly. I want to see this thing shoot the cannon. Come on, turn. Blast them away. Ah. Oh, first shot. Come on, get closer. I'm guessing that has to do with AI settings. Yes. That's called ammo decoys. True. This may be the version before the AI changes. Yes, it does seem like it. Counter the magic ability to know the insides of a craft perfectly and target vital components. Oh, yep. It's called magic. Yeah, beautiful ship. I do like the little bridge we got going here too. Now you have a LAM system, and it looks like it didn't fire because it doesn't have any munition warners on the top. So if a shell flies over like I'm flying, it won't be able to see it because it looks like a munition warner's right here, but they're only seeing basically that way. So if you add some like on the top, even just like right here, like one right here, that would definitely improve it. Maybe one or two like on the front. But yeah, other than that, and you'll need to add a passive radar on the top to detect incoming radar guided missiles. But I guess you do have the radar buoys, but still. Yeah, other than that, and I think, again, I'm pretty sure it's still an issue. But maybe not for you. I don't know. I haven't seen it in combat, but the gun's not having armor on it itself. Maybe that was fixed. I don't know. Because that can cause a nice big old boom. But other than that, yeah, everything is pretty nice. Obviously, it kills things pretty decently. And no, for some reason I thought that was a railgun. Confused. Confused little duck. Okay. Now let's see. Did we do the, yes. And then I believe up next is the light cruiser, yes. Oh, you did some hardcore ammo cheesing. It's not really that bad because Rezo did have a point. How can you tell where the ammo is on the ship from a billion miles away? Basically just seeing through woes. Yeah, those munition warners were most likely bugged as well. I think the AI should only be able to target the center of mass and turret spinners. That makes sense if it targets turrets. It's a super small, yeah, true. Well, I'm off. See ya. See ya, Rizul. Later. Okay, chop it in half. Into half. ACBs. Looks like tons of armor. And I'm kind of seeing if I change it. Yes. Down there are what I'm fairly certain, yeah, steam engine. It's actually a generator, I do believe. Turbine. Ammo. And tons of missiles out the front. Got our AI components. Have the core AI right there, the actual mainframe. More AI components right there. So yeah, and tons of really cheap armor with the stone. See, it kills some stuff. Like the Marauder. Poor Marauder always gets bullied. That's its job though, it's fine. Puts more ammo on the end of a pulse 100 meters in the sea. Yup. Yeah, this is a base model, so it can be upgraded later on for other factions. I like it, I like it. And the Marauder's already dead. One more time? Hashtag stand with the Marauder. Yep. Poor Marauder. He just gets dunked on. All right then. And I believe it's all the new people. Now, do we want to attempt for the second time? Actually, I might call it. What have we been doing? About 3 hours. That's a good long while. Over here. Let's have a couple ships duke it out. Just for giggles. These in like the same... I think it's something about the same cost. I guess that's close. Very, very close. Oh, no. Not what I wanted to do. Scream, rage, scream, scream, rage. Okay, here we go. Just for some giggles. Just start putting up against that modded Marauder I made. Give the poor thing a chance. No, we can't give it a chance. That would be unfair to us. Why would we ever give them an advantage? All right, let's see. What do I want to do? Do I want to call it? Maybe, maybe not. Because I want to attempt to do the multiplayer thing where you guys just join and we build a ship. But I guess I've been streaming for a while. So yeah, I'm just going to call it there. And then we'll see next weekend what we're going to do then. I have to figure it out, obviously. Probably put a poll up or something. But yeah, thanks for coming by. This is a fun stream. And it's nice checking out all your guys' ships. I know I didn't get to some of them. Cruise of Gladstone, did I even do yours? Here, I'll do your ship really quick, because I don't think I got to you. And I got to everyone else. One second. Oh, crap. Okay. Star Trek. There we go. Let's check it out real quick. Oh, we have a nice little bridge in here too. Or at least what could become a bridge. And it is unnamed at this time. He has said. Yeah, got the APS, AI, all the good stuff. Is that the actual mainframe? Or is that a decoy? Oh no, that's a local web controller. I'm drunk. Don't listen to me. Okay, yeah, so the mainframe's like right there. But yeah, okay. Let me but yeah, thanks for coming out. It was a nice little stream we got going on here. Real quick, kind of sloppy, but whatever. It's fun. But yeah, see you. Thanks for coming out. Good times, fun times. And I'll see you next weekend. If you're not in the Discord link's in the description. And you can join there, post the designs. If you need help with stuff, just post it in the Designs Help channel. And then we'll help you out there. But other than that, later.